Yo, what's up? It's Dr. Love, Shadowrun, Hong Kong. Let's do this. Y'all ready? Alright, so we just found out about a lot of stuff here. We got like a bunch of jobs, and then we also unlocked a bunch of stores where we can like buy upgrades and stuff. Now, I'm not sure how beneficial that's going to be since we don't have that much money, I don't think. Let me check the money here. Yeah, well, we got 1,142 new yen. Let's talk to Spider Shen. What's up, Spider? This, okay. A monk. What, is he like a cyborg or something? He's got tightly wound metal bands beneath the skin. Okay. Alright, so he's like ready for battle, apparently. Alright, do I want these reptiles or insects? He's got a bunch of cages, but I think that's just for show. Okay. Oh, he's a monk. Alright, that's cool. I think so. He's specialized in like melee weapons. That's what I'm thinking. Okay. Well, what tipped you off? Not in fashion. What are you talking about? I'm the most fashionable motherfucker here. You see these fucking this bullshit right here? What do you call that? Come on, nobody else has got that. What are you talking about? You see my shades? Of course I'm fashionable. I don't know what you're talking about, fool. All right, so this guy has got like melee weapons and stuff. Oh, and he can give me acupuncture. That's nice of him. You sell the snakes and spiders too? I was wondering about that. Well, what do you mean the things I can do? Give me some acupuncture? Or do you mean some other things you can do? Okay, sheesh, don't need to get upset. Oh, wait a minute. Narco jet. Are you talking about drugs? Let's talk about some drugs. So nitrojet is what, like crystal meth or something? Okay. Let's take a look at your wares. What do you got here? I already got the katana. Oh, I could get armor? Should I get that? Oh, it's so expensive though. No, I can't get this stuff right now. That stuff is like way too expensive. Although that would be cool, getting a spiked fist. But that's for unarmed stuff. I wish it showed like the stuff that I have already equipped. Like that's my equipment. I can't sell my friend's stuff. I can only sell my own stuff. That's all for now. Am I alone? Oh shit, I think I'm alone. Yeah, there's no one else with me. What are my objectives then? I guess my party will come with me when I go to one of these objectives. I want to check out this club first. Maybe I can pick up some like hot cyberpunk bitches up in this Club 88. They probably got some like crazy futuristic techno blasting and like drugged out cyberpunks like making out with each other, rolling on like synthetic like ecstasy or whatever. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. This right here. That's exactly what I was talking about. Alright. Yo, let's dance. Girl, yo, what's up? Yo, let me dance with you. Or she's the DJ. Yo, what's up, girl? Oh, this girl's like sitting alone. Yo, let me come up to you. Yo, girl, you wanna dance? You wanna dance with me? Come on. Come on, baby. I probably shouldn't open that door. This dude might get mad. Callum Kafai. Oh, damn, he looks pretty hardcore. His eyes are red, so what? Is he wasted or is he on drugs? Oh no, he seems pretty nice. You alright? Couldn't be better. I'm a prince of Club 88, chosen, you might say. What do you mean you're a prince? What are you talking about, fool? Oh, wait, is he a drug dealer? What can I find around here? Okay, so they got guns and stuff in the back. But if I'm looking for tech, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for like cyber stuff that I can equip. Reliable Matthew. He's got drones. Alright, I gotta go to that place with the blue sign. Let's just see what he's got. Oh yeah, he's got all these crazy drugs. Yeah, let me buy some drugs. Plus 3 AP and plus 2 movement for 1 round. Alright. I was using... I was using this Toko before. I like Toko. Let me grab that. Let me get some cram. Alright, yeah. Oh, I don't... Okay, yeah, that's good. I only have space for like one more thing. Is that your dad? That's gotta be your dad. Man, he looks pretty hardcore too. Alright. No sex trade. Aw. Too bad. And no fun, I take it. Depends on the sort of fun you're looking for, I guess. Speak to my wife. Who's your wife? I'll leave you be. Alright. That's cool. Okay, his wife is in the back. You know, I don't need any guns right now, I guess. Let's just get with it. So what's this? Oh, okay, Law's Techno Palace. That's what they're talking about. I was gonna say, like, I don't know. Everyone's talking about this giant blue sign, but I had no idea what they were talking about. Here he is, Maximum Law. Overhead, a gigantic hollow sign shines like a searchlight, screaming its message through the dim-lit sky. It hums and flickers, sputtering like an old engine. Fierce electrical cackles sporadically burst out of the sign's emitter, stabbing your eyes and filling your ears with static. Under the baleful glare of the sign, the rusty mini barrage's deck is stacked with electronics. Dilapidated stereos share space with crisply boxed servers. Ranks of discs and memory chips fill display cases, padlocked under plexiglass. A short human in his late 20s stands in the middle, hands on his hips, talking loudly into the air. Bulky virtual reality goggles cover his eyes. A data jack cable runs from his temple down his stained t-shirt to a belt load of clearly home-built computer hardware. Nice. This dude's a fucking nerd. No, I'm telling you! His voice is shrill, clipped. Nobody uses KM3s. Like, nobody. They're shit. I don't care what Deng says. If Shiawase SRP uses KM3s, they're stupid. Hey, flesh is rolling up, gotta go. He turns to face you, goggles blank and enigmatic, blinking with tiny lights and wrapped in duct tape. He points at your PDA. I ripped that PDA. You work for Kindly. Oh, he recognizes his shit. Alright. You provided this PDA? Tell me about it. It was a Fuji Azura Star 3. They use a Scarab chip, which is good, but the motherboard is wet noodles and sprouts. I pulled out the trackers and installed encryption. Now it runs on the Wampoa virtual network. The corps and cops can't crack it, can't track it. Well, thanks for the PDA. Nice work. He shrugs dismissively. It's what we do. This is Law's Technology Palace, satellite territory of Wampoa. You step on the boat, you're in a sovereign state. I represent Wampoa here. I'm Maximum Law. He draws himself up proudly, setting his hands on his hips. The Maximum Law, yo. You got a tech problem? Boom, I solve it. You need software? Boom, done. But don't waste my time. So, you got any business in Wampoa right now? If not, keep moving. Why are you wearing VR goggles? That's a good question. It's not VR, it's augmented reality. We're pioneering it. Little cameras, matrix overlay. I can support a 3-dimensional HUD and sub-windows with live multiple feeds. I've got a command shell open right now. I'm networked with 5 dudes. Law taps his goggles. Wave of the future. Oh, it's too bad I'm not a better decker. I can talk like nerdy shit with him. What? Oh, I don't want to insult him, do I? Sounds interesting. I don't want to fuck with him. It is. This is an amazingly ostentatious holosign you've got. Yo. Maximum Law looks up at the gigantic blue-white letters with deep satisfaction. It's pretty, boss. Oh, it's pretty, boss. Okay. Yeah, pretty, boss. Damn right. He gives you a virile nod. You're a guy who appreciates the good stuff. I like that. Half of Heioi gets its juice from a pirate tap on a big Mitsuhama DC cable under the river. Mitsuhama's like... His voice winds up into a mocking whine. Oh, let's run 2 million volts from the cold fusion plant to the island under the river. Those slum monkeys can't tap an underwater cable. Idiots. You know who built the tap that pulls electricity off that cable? Wampoa. You know whose barrage holds the transformer? Mine. Maximum Law thrusts his fist high in the air in silent victory. Cheap power for all, and a whole lot of extra for me. Behold the lighthouse of Boom! It looks like you've got some dangerously exposed wires over there. Yo, what are you, my mother? Law regards you with skeptical disgust. Those wires are fine where they are, high and dry. There's only a problem for someone who does something stupid. I'm running a high bandwidth tech operation. Do I look like I have time to take copper and sip tea? No, I don't. Law raps his knuckles fiercely on a clear-topped case full of buses, cables, and cable harnesses. These are the only wires you need to think about. Alright, show me your tech. I want to see your tech now. Okay, so these are like for decking. And I still haven't done any cyber hacking stuff. I don't know if I'll have to, or if, I mean, obviously, like, Drunken Tiger can't do it, but, like, if a decker is in my team, I don't know if I'll have to take over for her. Probably, like, the dwarf girl, what's her name, Isabel. Alright, now this is all... Oh, no, okay, I was thinking maybe he had, like, cybernetic stuff that I could, like, equip. But that's probably some other dude. I could get this armor, though. But that armor's probably good for, like, a decker. I don't want to get that just yet. Yeah, I don't have any data jacking. Alright, well, it's good to know he's here. Alright, I'm gonna get the fuck out of here. Yeah, whatever. Alright, let's let's look around, because there's like so many different vendors now, and it's a little overwhelming right now. I just got 3 quests and like all these vendors, so let's see what's up. As you approach the small landing, you see 3 men, 2 elders and a younger man, hunched over a go-board. The juxtaposition of the 2 white-haired, white-bearded men and the black-haired man is almost comical. Together, the 3 resemble the small black and white stones of their game. Okay. Despite the variety of ambient distractions, the 3 men remain acutely focused on the game. One of the elders, a round-faced man with a beatific smile, carefully picks up a black stone and places it on the board. His opponent snorts, and a small smile flashes across his long face. Almost carelessly, he snatches a white stone and deposits it on the board. Are they playing like... They're playing that Othello game, aren't they? The smiling man groans, then the long-faced one proceeds to collect several black pieces off the board. "Ah, you got me there, Jin." He laughs, a pleasant, full sound. As it trails off, he spots you watching the game. A broad smile brightens his cheeks. "Why, hello there, young man. Something you need?" The long-faced man gives you a cursory look and continues to collect black stones. "Just a gawker's shoe. It's your turn." The name's Drunken Tiger. Got a second for a question? "I could use a short break. How about you, Jin?" Jin sighs, shoulders slumping forward. After a moment of scowling, he reluctantly speaks. "Fine, a short break, then." The 2 elders turn towards the young man. Wow, this guy, he's a pretty boy. He's a pretty boy, look at him. He looks to be in his early 30s, but it's difficult to tell. The skin on his face is smooth and supple, with only the suggestions of creases at the eye, mouth, and forehead. But small gestures, a blink, a flare of his nostrils, briefly reveal the lines of his face. The man's eyes rise from the go-board, and study the elders. He nods. Oh, so they're playing Go. Okay, that makes sense. Why would I ask him about my strange dreams? Why would anyone else have strange dreams? What a weird question. The 3 men exchange looks. Shu turns to you. "What a coincidence! Wasn't but an hour ago that we were all discussing that very thing. We have been having bad dreams, every one of us." Wow, that's really weird. "I've had them myself. We should compare notes. What did you dream about?" "Is that right?" Jin leans in and stares at you. "Can't say I'm comfortable giving a stranger details about my dream." Shu waves his hand dismissively at Jin. "Don't mind him, he's always been a poor sport. But he raises a good point. Some of our dreams contain information best left private, just as yours do, I'm sure. Having just met, how can we be sure that you'll respect our personal information?" "I'll tell you." The younger man's voice cuts through the din like a razor, and the elders fall silent. He returns to you and he locks his eyes, dark orbs that burn with piercing scrutiny, into yours. He nods and returns his gaze to the go-board. "I believe you're trustworthy. Please, Drunken Tiger, make yourself comfortable. I'll share my dream with you." "I appreciate it. Go ahead." He exhales slowly, then begins speaking. "I dreamed of a long, dingy hall. When faced with such a thing, one generally walks its length, so I lifted my right foot and placed it in front of me, but upon taking that first step, I found myself instead drawn down an alleyway to my left. It wasn't there before, this alley. It appeared only as began to walk. As I moved down the alley, I found myself surrounded by friends and loved ones. They all stood there, silently watching me with smiles on their faces, and as I passed each one of them, they fell to the ground in my wake, dropping like puppets with severed strings. Somehow, I knew that if I followed this road to the end, I could have everything I'd ever dreamed of, but I woke before I could reach it." It's a little different from my dream. There's a moment of silence before Shu speaks up, the rosiness in his cheeks having drained away. I too saw the long hall. My own experience was different, however. The hall was far off in the distance, and I was looking down on it from a strange angle, as though I were perched on a wall high above. He pauses and looks at you. You know, young man, drunken tiger, you look very much like the person I saw walking that hall. He moved steadily down the path, walking at an even pace, and just behind him, a great and terrible shadow followed. Maybe this was my dream. I don't remember the dream too well, but maybe I was walking down a hall, and maybe he's referring to the man in the mask, that evil-looking dude. Of course, I didn't have the best view up there on that wall, or wherever I was. It could have been anyone. Perhaps this old mind of mine is seeing your face now and remembering the dream. He lets out a chuckle, and a small flush of red returns to his cheeks. He looks over at Jin. Alright, Jin, go ahead. You know, that happens a lot in dreams, man. It's like you see people's faces sometimes, and like they look like someone else, but like you recognize them as a specific person. Like, it's like I saw my friend in my dream, and it didn't have his face, but I knew it was him. That's a weird thing, man. Dreams are weird. Jin broods in his corner, arms crossed and jaw set. I've changed my mind. I don't want to share my dream. Nonsense! Master Law and I have both told him our dreams. Now it's your turn. We showed him ours. Now you show him yours. And then he'll show us his. And then we can all show each other's. No! It's fine. You don't have to show it to me. I know what it looks like. I've seen so many of them in my time. I don't want to force you to show it to me if you don't want to. He holds his palm up towards you and looks at you. See? Straight from the horse's mouth. I don't have to show him my thing if I don't want to. Jin. Law's voice is firm but soft. This is important. Jin's mouth opens and closes like a gasping fish. What the fuck? But as he looks at Law, his body relaxes, and a sadness seems to take hold of his features. All right. But don't you go repeating any of this, you hear me? He takes in a deep breath and slowly releases it, folds his hands in his lap. My dream began as a nightmare. I dreamed of the failures and mistakes that I've made throughout my life. The people I've let down, the competitors I've crushed, the wife who died in hospice without me. I dreamed of the family that I abandoned. A change comes over him, his eyes brighten, and he continues energetically. But then I dreamed of the walled city. I stood before it, and its doors opened to me, and when I passed inside, all of my guilt fell away. It was as though the walled city had absolved me, had washed away my guilt, and I remember feeling happy. As his remembrance ends, so does his lightened mood. His face shrinks into a pout, and he stares grumpily at the ground. There, I did it. You happy? Law nods slowly. Thank you, Jin. This was pretty boring, but it might help later on. Nah, I won't say that. I'll say that was great. Oh, man, I loved it when you told me your dream like that. That was wonderful. I promise I won't tell anyone else what you showed me. Yeah, now can we change the subject? My ulcer's acting up. Alright, good luck with your game. That was interesting. Maybe that will come into play later on. I see there's a store here. Okay, Parlor of the Five Phases. I don't want to go in there, though, because I'm not, like, a magician or whatever. I'm not, like, a shaman, so I don't need magical stuff. What I do need is, like, cybernetic stuff, and I could use some more, like, med packs, too. So hopefully I can find a place that sells that. I know it's around here somewhere. Maybe, perhaps, Reliable Matthew has it? Smooth jazz drifts from the cheap speakers on his barge. A wide array of worn-down drones litter the battered deck. Most are utility and domestic types, but a few, cordoned off from the others, are low-end security models. The salesman... Whoa, this guy is sharp. Look at him. He's got a sparkling smile. Wow. I bet he signed on to ashleymadison.com. He looks like an Ashley Madison user. The salesman smiles indulgently at you, a tall, lanky human of clear Cantonese ancestry. He's wearing a cheap suit and limply clutching a smelly cigarillo. He adjusts his tie with exaggerated nonchalance, languid, ostentatious, like an American casino promoter. Hey there, beautiful. Welcome to our little floating heaven. You've got a discerning look to you. What brings you to Reliable Matthew's Robot Bazaar? He taps Ash over a bulky cleaning drone beside him. Not waiting for an answer, he continues. Perhaps you're looking for a hexacopter as a guide to Hong Kong, or a little handheld tarantular beauty to brew your tea? You're Reliable Matthew? That's right, Reliable Matthew Shun, at your service. He extends his hand to shake. The odors of peach-scented moisturizer and stale tobacco smoke wash over you. How about it? I'll shake his hand. I'll be nice. Always, always. Welcome to our little patch of peace on the river. I think you'll really love Haoi. It's just a fantastic place. Well, now that we're acquainted, maybe I can brighten up your day a bit. What's on your robot list, friend? Are you calling me beautiful? You know it, beautiful. I hope I don't offend. I just can't help it. To me, everybody's beautiful, baby. Right back at you, beautiful. Oh, a man after my own heart. So I guess this dude sells droids. Yo, you know this motherfucker was doing some shady shit. I mean, look at this salesman fool. Like, why is he here? Why is he in like the dirty part of Hong Kong where all like the criminals are? That like this is where he has his like shop set up. It's like in like the shadiest part. Like, you know, he did some fucked up like bullshit. He's a scam artist, man. I know it. Look at him. Look at his suit. Funny you should ask. I've just gotten a Doberman that I'm selling at an incredible bargain price. Shall we take a look? Incredible bargains, huh? They fall off the back of a truck? Are you implying that they're stolen? If so, you're mistaken. He smiles indulgently, as if you've just said something in an alien language. This merchandise is provided only by trusted suppliers who certify the authenticity and workability of their goods. I don't furnish manufacturer's certificates, but all the providers are really top-shelf guys, really beautiful people. The beautiful people, the beautiful people. You know what? I don't give a fuck if they're stolen. Let's just see the shit. What you got? Alright, he's got a bunch of drones. Drone control data jack. Alright, so this is for Decker stuff too. Alright. See, I don't know if I want to buy armor from this dude or if I should wait to buy armor from like the dude that I'm supposed to go to. Would this be helpful? Nah, I mean, I'm not a Decker. I know I have what's her name is a Decker, Isabel, but I don't know if she's gonna take care of her own shit or if I gotta take care of that too. Like if I gotta like heal the drones and everything. Ooh, what's this? I found something. All right, yeah. Yes, take that shit. That's great. I need that. I need medkits. So I used up like all those medkits before. But man, I really gotta find this like the shop that I need. I need to find that. Perhaps. No. That's Maximum Law. No, I already talked to him. Where else can we go? I don't think it's Club 88 because I talked to them. I know that dude's wife is in the back, but she sells like weapons and shit. That's not quite what I'm looking for. Perhaps it's this. Let's use the intercom. A massive steel security door is set into a bunker-like concrete wall. There is no sign or identification of what this place is. A battered intercom is encased in a cage of welded steel and armor glass. Grainy letters are barely readable on the screen. Oh, yeah, this is it. Chrome Alley, medical services and mechanical repair. Alright. Fuck yeah. There's a crackle of static, then a brusque voice answers. What do you want? The voice's Cantonese is precise, but the accent sounds American. Oh, it's an American dude. What is this place? It's a chicken factory. What do you want? Looking for a medical clinic. Yeah, that's me. But listen, guy, I don't know you. I don't like people I don't know. Who sent you? Who sent you? Kindly is the one, really. Yeah? You just idle your engine there for a minute and I'll check on that. There's a long silence on the intercom. The door gives several heavy metallic clicks. There's a dull rumble, like heavy bolts sliding back. A green light flashes on the terminal. The door appears to be unlocked. You can enter the clinic. Oh, sweet. Check this out. That's the dude. Let's check out your stuff. This electro-furnace room has been built out as a medical clinic and a machine shop. The air is alive with the rumble of the furnaces and the hum of cooling fans. It is sweltering. The front area is more like a homey coffee house than a clinic lobby. Comfortable old furniture, used digipads, coloring books. The wall opposite the boilers is cluttered with a mixture of photos and prints, local artists' work, images of military vehicles, off-road racing, Rube Goldberg machines, personal photos, old-time Chicago gangsters, the Desert War's motorized combat division. Yeah, this guy's an American. Cool. Nice to see another American in this place. 10-armed Ambrose is in many of the pictures. The vast scope of photos suggests that Ambrose must be acquainted with almost everyone in Halo. Alright, interesting. Interesting place you got here. Let's talk to him. You don't have 10 arms. Or should I examine the computer? Let's see, what is this? This impressive home-built computer is running multiple large memory units and processors. Chilled air from its active cooling system washes across you to the war fans. A thin fiber optic cable runs across the floor to Ambrose in his chair. What do you mean? So he's like connected to his computer? Alright. News clippings and BBS posts have been printed, carefully snipped and pinned in place. Most are less than a year old. They're intermixed with grainy photographs of what looks like a devastated city, Chicago. The news articles describe an outbreak of a virulent version of the Vitus plague in the city, and the subsequent quarantine of a zone containing hundreds of thousands, if not millions of people. What, so there's like a zombie outbreak in Chicago? Is that what happened? The newest items are plain text bulletin board postings printed out. The very fact that they're from so crude a site is strange. Very, very few Matrix sites are so plain. Let's try to parse out what that shit is. The postings are from okay. You can pick out some recurring statements that seem to refer to the venue. The BBS, Shadowland. Primary monitor looks like someone named Captain Chaos. Are you Captain Chaos? No, you're 10-armed. Whatever. These postings are probably from the North American Dark Matrix site that operates out of the Denver Data Haven, the so-called Shadowland. The Shadowland. Supposedly the global mothership of Matrix havens for runners. Alright, let's get down to business. I still haven't met you yet. This clinic looks just like a hosted party. Spindly mechanical arms swing from unobtrusive wall mounts, pulling down crepe paper ribbons and scooping food splatters and empty beer bottles into biohazard bags. A severely crippled Caucasian man sits in a wheelchair amidst the maelstrom of mess and robotics. He's in his 40s, thick beard, tungsten earrings, beer belly, one cyber eye. Both his legs are missing, one at the hip, the other at the knee. He has only one arm, and only 3 fingers remain on his surviving hand. This guy got fucked up, holy shit. His face and arms show the scars of reconstructive surgery. Well, they didn't reconstruct that much, clearly. He's hung over. He grins widely at you, regarding you with bloodshot eyes. Hey, I'm Ambrose. He shouts cheerfully in English, his words piling together in a loose Midwestern accent. They call me Ten Arms. Welcome to the Kong, fellow UCASian. He chuckles, his chest shaking with mirth. A Waldo arm springs to life and swings over to him. Its menacing metal pincer momentarily sets a cigarette between his lips, just long enough for him to inhale from it. Kindly says you're all right. What can I do for you? What can I do you for? You're a doctor? Sure I am. I'm a rigger doctor. A rockter. Ambrose bursts into laughter, then stops and clutches his head. Oh man, I cannot laugh hard today. Too much partying last night. It hurts. I'm not board certified, but don't worry. I should be. I'm full-on skilled. My work's Yellow Lotus guaranteed and precisely in accordance with World Medical Association standards. Everybody in Haoi comes to me, 'cause I'm the only option. Very well, Rockter. Right on. Let's get you tricked out. Unless you just want to bullshit, which I'm down for, too. I was asking about his front door. I mean, what's up with that? Why is he so careful? Are you kidding? Have you any idea how much all this stuff in here is worth? This is a high capital operation, and life's dangerous for a guy missing most of his members, tooling up smugglers and criminals. Oh man, are you missing your dick too? Please don't tell me you're missing that. That's the one I'd want to keep out of all of them. Let me tell you what though, someone busts in here and they're gonna be in a world of hurt. Ambrose chuckles evilly. There's a lot more than pipes and wires up in the false ceiling, and I've got Kindly's crew and the Club 88 boys on the panic button. They know which side of their bread is chromed on. What, you thinking of trying to knock me over? He laughs uproariously, but it's not clear if he's kidding. Show me your services. Sure thing. Tune-up or spare parts? Okay, let's do this cyberware first. Oh, cool. Alright. Cross cyber spur. Alright, I've already got a cyber weapon here on my right arm. And that would replace... No, fuck that. That would replace what I got here. Oh, cool. I can get an eye modification. Man, I don't have enough money for... Like, this shit's really expensive. Alright, this answers my question, guys. I'm gonna save all my money so I can just get all these cyber modifications, because that's gonna be fucking awesome. Bone lacing. +1 body. So would that be like armor? Or like more health? Oh, this is cool. Alright. Oh, let me just see, what about medical supplies? What do you got here? I definitely want a basic med kit. And that shit's pretty cheap though. So let me get some cool cyberware. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna go... Shit, 650 though. I don't need a data jack really, because I'm not like a decker or anything. This shit's so expensive, God. Alright, let me go with this bone lacing. Yeah. Shiawase's bone lacing process sheathes a user's skeletal system in a layer of anti-ballistic plastic. I bought it? Alright, cool. What the fuck is essence? Maybe I can only have a limit as to how much like cyber stuff I have. So if I have too much, then, or like I can't have too much cybernetic stuff because it'll make me lose essence. Okay, here it is. Explains it. This affects the magic rating of your character, as magic is equal to essence rounded down. Magic is very important for spellcasters. The base number of spell slots available to the caster is equal to half of their magic rounded down. Therefore, losing essence can cause spell slots to... Dude, I cannot have less than 1 essence. Alright, I don't cast spells, so I'm cool with that. I don't care. Goodbye. Cheers, Drunken Tiger. Talk to you later. Alright, cool. I don't want to buy the med kits just yet because the hell is this? Oh yeah, I bought some drugs too. Well, first of all, I can't fit anymore. But second, I do need some armor. That's what I'm thinking. Trade. And I don't have anything in my stash anyway. Okay, yeah. Now that's cool, but shit, I can't even afford armor though. Cause that armor was like 450 bucks. You know what? I think it's time for me to go on a mission. Yeah, fuck it. Let's go on a mission. So I got 3 missions here. Oh no. So I could go to Wampawa and track down a serial killer. I could go to the Sky Tower to damage Wu Sing. I kind of want to do the Sky Tower one. Or maybe the Wampawa one. Either the Sky Tower or the Wampawa. That's what I'm thinking. And, let's see here. But really, there's only one way for me to go, and that's here. That's this way. The MTR station. Alright, so this is going to take me to where I need to go. Cool. Let me just do the Wampawa one. I think that would be like a good first mission. Okay. In addition to your team, your fixer has access to a small network of mercenaries in the Kowloon area. These runners appear below your core team on the runner selection screen and can be hired on a mission-to-mission basis. As you complete missions, both your team members and the available mercenaries will periodically gain access to new equipment and abilities. Any new items, spells, weapons, or weapon abilities that a runner gains will automatically be available for use the next time you take them on a mission. Alright. That's good. I really don't want to have to, like, equip everyone. Now, this is cool. Oh, it costs money to use them, though. I mean, wouldn't I just be better off leveling up my own people in the story? I can't afford any of these runners now, but they look cool, and I wanna check them out. Eventually, when I start making that money, yeah, when I start making that money, I'm gonna check them out. Yeah, let's do it. Let's do it. Wampawa Garden, a carnival of chrome and neon, rife with every manner of technology and artifice one can imagine. The entire area has the feel of a night market, save that chips are sold in lieu of steamed buns, and vendors hawk the latest drones rather than folk art. Something stalks these streets, hiding just out of sight. It stalks the Wampawan elders, the leaders of the band of tech-savvy squatters that have claimed this neighborhood as their own. The streets smell of ozone and fear, and those Wampawans you pass in the MTR station have a haunted, furtive look in their eye. While the killer has struck only at the elders thus far, it may only be a matter of time before ordinary residents are menaced as well. Alright, I don't have anything in my stash. I probably shouldn't have bought that sword. I wish I had... that's all good. Maybe the sword will come in handy. Who knows? Or maybe I can give it to someone. We'll see. The streets of Wampoa Garden are slick with rain, glittering under the neon glow of myriad signs and holographic displays. The sky reflects the same glow, painting the white apartment blocks the sticky orange of sodium streetlights. The smell of grilling meat mingles with other rarer scents, ozone, engine oil, and high-tech fabrication facilities. Despite the hour, there are plenty of people out and about. You can hear the calls of street vendors and touts, urging people into their stores. This is cool. I didn't think that Wampoa would be like this. I was expecting some kind of like a, I don't know, more of like a tribal kind of thing, because Wampoa sounds like Indians, you know, and like they're talking about elders. So I was expecting something else, but this is cool that it's like still all like city, like cyberpunk, cybernetic, like yeah. I like this. I like this setting. This is cool. Isabel wrinkles her nose, scowling darkly. She wraps her arms tightly around her chest, staring off into the distance. Is there a word for feeling nostalgic for a place you can't wait to leave again? I don't miss this place, but I miss the feelings I had when I lived here. Saudade, maybe? I know a word, saudade. It's like a song by like a famous singer from like Africa or something. Is that what you're referring to? Because it's not spelled that way. But I think it means something like a feeling of nostalgia. It goes saudade. Saudade. You guys know what I'm talking about? You know that song? I forget who sings it. It's like some elderly black woman. I can't remember who it was. Isabel shakes her head. No, that's not it. It's close, but... She lets the sentence trail off into nothingness, clamping her mouth shut for a moment. Isabel sighs heavily. This place seemed like heaven after the walled city, like the whole world had unfurled in front of me, and anywhere I turned there was the promise of a good life. Turned out this place was just as crappy as everywhere else. Everyone was still in it for themselves. Gobbett clasps a hand on Isabel's shoulder, who flinches and pulls away. That's a great life lesson, I'm serious. At the end of the day, life's a raw deal. You've got yourself and a handful of friends, and that's it. Nothing else. Duncan casts a sidelong glance at Isabel and Gobbett, shaking his head. You got some strange ideas about life. Sure, life's a meat grinder, but come on. There's gotta be more to life than just surviving. Does there? What makes you the authority on that? Isabel waves a dismissive hand. I'm done talking about this. Anyway. Isabel turns toward you and points down the street to your left. We're looking for the Wampoan elders. They're gonna be in the Wampoa itself. That's the big ship down the street. That's the mall-shaped, like, boat, right? Isabel nods, lips pursed. That's the one. Somebody thought it would be clever to make a uniquely shaped mall. What are all these people doing here? This looks like a funeral or something. Everyone's dressed in black and they've got the umbrellas. What happened here? Should I investigate this? I heard he's not just dead, he's been all cut up. It is a funeral. I can't talk to those dudes though. I can't talk to anyone here. Alright. I feel like I should look around though, because this is a whole new area. There could be something cool that I might miss. Maybe I should just go to the Wampoa. Maybe this stuff will be available after I go to the Wampoa. Let me do that. Let me talk to these elders and see what the situation is. Okay, it is like a mall. It's like a... Oh, cool, they have an arcade? Can we, like, play some arcade games? Man, I know I've said this, like, so many times, I'm sorry, but I just really like the style of this game, like, the visuals. It's got really awesome visuals, and, like, everything looks cool. Like, there's a hologram there. Like, this is fucking awesome. This is fucking Shadowrun, man. Oh, cool. There's, like, a clothing store. That's cool. Hell yeah. Alright. Okay, here they are. Elder Win. I think that's how you pronounce that. No, Win is something else. Fuck. I don't know how to pronounce that shit, man. I'm sorry. This orc woman is festooned with small circuits, tiny Trid screens and speakers. The Trid screens display snippets of Trid broadcasts from every corner of the world. The tiny speakers play counterpoint with a susurrus of voices speaking Sparrowthiel, Punjabi, Kazakh, and other languages. Her expression is haggard, and she fidgets with her fingers as you approach. Welcome to the Wampoa, my friend. I am Elder Nug, and these are Elders Tang and Ip. Gestures to the elf and human, who each incline their heads respectfully. Thank you so much for answering our request for help. We had nowhere else to turn. Sure, whatever. It's the least I could do. Now, I'll be a nice guy. Under Tang's skin, glowing tattoos writhe and change shape. Tigers become cranes and whoa, and move on to dragons. Are you serious? Yo, I want a tattoo like that. Wow, that's cool. The future is amazing. We're under threat. One by one, we elders are being hunted by some monster. As you may have noticed when you arrived, there's been another killing just tonight. Yeah, I saw that shit. I saw that, and I heard them talking about it. He was all cut up. Ip crosses his solid chrome arms. Holographic readouts dance constantly over their surface, displaying diagnostic information about their state, operating temperature, servo pressure, and a variety of other minutiae. He looks past you towards Isabel. The prodigal daughter returned once more. I didn't expect to see you back here aboard the Wampoa in my lifetime, Isabel. When you disappeared, Elder Yatunde was very put out. I'm glad you're still alive. When you chose to walk your own path, I was disappointed, but I still understood why you had to leave. Ip pauses, tasting the air as he chooses his next words with care. I hope my lessons have helped you prosper. Didn't expect to be back either. Work takes you places, though. Isabel shrugs. A moment later, she places a hand on her pistol, eyes trained on the Ip's shoes. I don't care about this. I don't cart about around for fun, Ip. The lessons kept me alive. Isabel blinks several times and then looks up at her expression clouded. Where is Yatunde anyway? I expected her to be here. I don't know how to fucking say that. Nug shakes her head sadly. She reaches out a hand towards Isabel, who shrinks away from it. She's dead. So are Gan and Nakamura. And Tong was killed just tonight. So much blood, you have to stop this from continuing. Isabel's expression remains impassive, but her knuckles grow white as her hands ball up into fists. That's what we're here for. We'll stop the killings. Thank you, Isabel. Nig lifts her hand, wipes away tears from her eyes. I'm just gonna say it like that. I'm sorry. Fuck it. Nig. Elder Nig. Can you tell me about the murders? They started 2 weeks ago. The first to go was Gan. We found him in his apartment, eviscerated. Nig swallows, grimacing at the painful story. He'd been torn apart. His head had been ripped completely off, and most of his skin flayed away. There was so much blood it took us a week to clean out his apartment. Tang nods, running his palm over his forehead. The rest have been the same. Always at night, always dismembered. Each scene is like a nightmare, and every time nobody has seen anything. It's like a ghost. What happened to Tong? The same thing that happened to the rest of the victims, evisceration and dismemberment. We sent a guard to keep people out of his shop, but he let you in. When did he die? Sometime early tonight. He locked up his shop, but Ip stopped by to ask him about some skill chips he had. The doctor was unlocked and inside. Nig lifts her hands helplessly. She opens her mouth, but no words come out. Seeing Nig's inability to continue, Ip takes over. Inside looked like a bad horror sim, just like all the other murders. I had to have happened after sundown. It had to have happened after sundown, because I saw his shop was open when I was on my way to get some noodles for dinner. Shit, why didn't you call the police?
The Hong Kong police force isn't welcome here. They tried to force us out several times before, or come hunting for someone to pin a crime on. We do a lot of favors for local gangs and triads, handle their matrix security, fix up their gear, and make sure that they have access to the Hong Kong Shadowlands hub. We're too valuable a resource for them to lose, so they protect us when the HKPF or anyone else decides we're an easy target. They handle our physical security, and we make sure to send the message via the Matrix. The last time the HKPF made trouble, we started airing the Assistant Chief's dirty laundry over the TRID. They got the picture and backed off.
Alright. Have you made any enemies lately? Nig shrugs helplessly.
Not that I can think of. We keep to ourselves. We buy and sell technology. We're not mercenaries or criminals. We're merchants and deckers. And even if someone was cheated in a deal, this kind of response is unthinkable. Whatever did this, it wasn't human. The violence and savagery, it's a monster, whatever it is. Plenty of metahumans are monsters too, Nig. Just because it's horrible doesn't mean it's supernatural.
What do the Wampuan elders do? They make the rules and kick people out who don't obey them. They're a bunch of petty tyrants, that's what.
You're being unfair, Isabel. Our laws are for the good of the community.
Tang turns to address you.
We keep the Whampoa and its residents safe. We review trade agreements with outsiders to see if they're good for the community. We provide a guiding vision, like a town council.
You people are really weird. I should be role-playing an asshole in this game. Nah, I can respect that.
I'm glad you understand. This community is fragile, and the authorities bear us a lot of ill will. A single misstep could spell our end. I am the invoker of sprites. I commune with the spirits of machines, ask them for blessings, and pass those blessings on to the people here. I heal the sick and ensure the feng shui of our habitats is as good as it can be, given our confines.
She's a shaman, that's all. She's just got some kooky spin on it. Claims her totem is some kind of all-encompassing machine god that lives in circuitry. Isabel pats her deck, looking at Nig. Ancient gods and ancestors are one thing. My deck, it's mine. I built it. The only spirit it's got in it are the ESPs I load it up with. Nig gives Isabel a look of deep sadness.
Just because you cannot see or touch a thing does not mean that it does not exist. Just because you do not believe in it does not mean it does not protect you from afar.
I can't touch programs either, but at least I can prove that they have an effect on the physical world. Your superstitions are just that. Bullshit. Isabel glances at you, jerking a thumb toward Tang. This guy treats drones like they're living things. What exactly do you do, Tang? Tang extends his arms, palms up. As you watch, the tattoos therein shift into a complex mathematical formula. Yo, Tang has got some crazy tattoos, man. That's so cool. I wish they, like, showed it. I want to, like, see that shit move. Like, see what that looks like.
I am the first and glorious servo. I study patterns, repair machinery, and teach others how to attune themselves to the wonders of automation. The blessed AutoFab is in my shop in Purview, where we make the drones we use and sell.
What is that? The blessed AutoFab? Yeah, I could use an AutoFab. Like hands-free AutoFab. As for me, I serve as the resplendent voltage spike. Ip smiles crookedly. That means I shoot people who try to screw with us, It's a fancy title for head of security. That's all for now.
It might be wise to ask the residents of Whampoa Garden if they've seen or heard anything after you've gone to Tong's Sensory Carnival. They may have seen or heard things we have not.
Good to know. Where's that sensory carnival? Sounds like fun. I like carnivals. Alright, I'm going to end it here for now, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe. And when we come back, we're going to get down to the heart of the matter. We're going to see who's murdering these people, and we're going to put a stop to it. Yeah, Shadowrun Hong Kong all day, baby. My name is Dr. Love. Peace.